Well, we all knew this day was coming, but the Bethesda and Xbox deal is finally done and dusted. I think at this point we all have seen this news online. There is a lot of discourse going on Twitter about it. It's kind of split the community of video game fans entirely, and there's just nothing but people arguing about exclusivity and everything like that. So I will give my opinion on that later in the video. I just wanted to run down kind of what a monumental day this is for Xbox Game Studios and Team Xbox as they're calling it. But before I do, I just want to let you know, if you don't know already, Controllers and Coffee, the weekly podcast on this channel featuring myself and my good friend Kat, has now got its own Twitter, so I would love for you to go check that out at Controllers Pod. We're just going to be sharing everything to do with the podcast on there. There's going to be some great things coming to the show. One thing we really want to do is add some more audience input and get you community members to really get involved in the show. So we are going to be moving to a live format. The video will still come out in video form every single week and audio form over on all podcast platforms. We're going to be taking questions from the audience. You can submit emails with any questions, long, short, it doesn't matter, to controllersandcoffee@gmail.com. That's controllersandcoffee@gmail.com, and follow Controllers Pod on Twitter. Thank you so much, guys. I look forward to growing the podcast in a big way with all of you guys involved. But back to the video for this week. So if you haven't seen it already, there's an article on Xbox Wire, which of course I will link below in the description. Bethesda being officially welcomed to Team Xbox. Phil Spencer has written up the blog post just saying the publisher of iconic gaming franchises will expand Xbox's diverse portfolio on Xbox Game Pass. This is an exciting day for Xbox. Today we officially complete the acquisition of ZeniMax Media, parent company of Bethesda Softworks. It's an honor to welcome the 8 incredibly talented development studios: Bethesda Game Studios, id Software, ZeniMax Online Studios, Arcane, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, Alpha Dog and Roundhouse Studios, and their passionate global communities to the Xbox family. Now that everything is official, we can begin working together to deliver more great games to everyone. This is the next step in building an industry-leading first-party studios team, a commitment we have to our Xbox community. With the addition of the Bethesda creative teams, gamers should know that Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place to experience new Bethesda games, including some new titles in the future that will be exclusive to Xbox and PC players. And there it is. Okay, so I'm just going to stop there. This is the quote that's really gotten the internet up in arms for obvious reasons, including some new titles in the future that will be exclusive to Xbox and PC players. It's funny, the discourse online really is all about these games coming to PlayStation, but I've been thinking a little bit, and I don't actually think that's what he means at all. I've said it in some comments that I've replied to people on here. You've seen it on Twitter potentially as well. My feeling is they are going to make the big games exclusive to the Xbox platform, that being PC and consoles, and obviously cloud streaming as well through Game Pass. I think what he means here is some titles in the future that will be exclusive means some titles may not be exclusive, but just remember that there are a couple of studios here that make mobile games. Alpha Dog Studios makes mobile games. Roundhouse Studios, we don't even know what they're doing. They used to be Human Head or something, and they've made a lot of different games. But Alpha Dog Studios specifically are a mobile developer. They're not going to be bringing them to the Windows phone, that's for sure. Games may come to iOS, Android, maybe even the Switch. Like they said, building an industry-leading first-party studios team and a commitment to the Xbox community. It does look like most of these games are going to be exclusive. Now, ZeniMax Online are apparently working on a new game. If they're making an MMO, maybe they want to push that MMO out to all platforms. But we will see. Obviously, this is, again, there's so much discourse on the internet about this, and people are talking about Xbox. It may not be all positive, that's for sure, but people are talking about this deal, and they're going to do what makes best business sense for them. And we can't say that Microsoft are bad at business decisions. They're a $2 trillion company, and Xbox Game Pass is doing absolute wonders. So we'll see how that all shakes out. For one, I believe that Starfield, first of all, that's going to be the next game to release from Bethesda Game Studios. I think that's going to be an Xbox exclusive. I think it's going to release this year. I get the feeling. The only thing that would be stopping it from releasing this year is, effects due to COVID and it coming out in 2022. But let's continue on a little bit here. As we shared previously, it's vitally important that Bethesda continues making games the way it always has. We look forward to empowering Bethesda's creative teams to reach even more players around the world, helping make future Bethesda titles the biggest and most popular games in their history. Xbox and Bethesda have long shared a common vision for the future of gaming. Both as fans and as creators, Bethesda understands the potential of Xbox Game Pass. The wording of this whole thing has been welcome to Team Xbox. There's never been a graphic that says Xbox Game Studios alongside these logos. I think they're going to be a somewhat independent arm of Xbox's first-party studios, but it doesn't seem they're exactly the same as, say, a Ninja Theory or a Turn 10 or a 343 Industries. So I'm very excited about this. I think this is great news. I know a lot of people are concerned about, monopoly and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's 8 studios. I know they're big studios, and really, if we take out Alpha Dog and Roundhouse, it's 6 studios, and yes, they are all big, successful, well-known studios. They're not taking over the entire world. I disagree with it being monopolistic, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Phil finishes off saying, "Thank you to all our players for joining us on this incredible journey and to the millions of Bethesda fans around the world. Now that we're one team, we can start working together on the future ahead. We will have more to share about what's next for our teams later this year. In the meantime, to properly celebrate this moment, we are bringing additional Bethesda games into Xbox Game Pass later this week. Stay tuned for more details." I reckon we're going to see the entire Wolfenstein series, Dishonored 1, Death of the Outsider, all the DLC come for Dishonored potentially as well. Fallout, I'm not sure. I have a feeling most of them are on there already. Doom and Doom Eternal are both on there. Prey will probably come as well. So I think that's very exciting. Hey, we may even see Oblivion come to Game Pass through backwards compatibility. That would be pretty awesome. The Evil Within has apparently already shown up as a leak or something like that as well. So I think this is really great. I'm excited as an Xbox fan, and I think it may breathe new life into Bethesda Game Studios. It may breathe new life into ZeniMax as a whole, because really the quality of some of their games has dwindled, especially Bethesda Game Studios haven't been who they were, a decade ago or more. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see Starfield. I think when they do an E3 presentation this year, Xbox will make a big splash with Bethesda, because Bethesda usually have their own conference. So I think we'll see Starfield. I think we'll see something new from Arcane proper, the Austin studio there, because it's Arcane Lyon who are making Deathloop. I'm also really excited about Deathloop as well. We may even see a new Shinji Mikami game coming to Xbox Game Pass in the future. I would really love from Arcane to see a Dishonored 3. I think that is an incredible world, and it's just got some of the coolest lore, but we shall see it later on. And I don't think it's going to happen anytime just yet. I think it's probably going to wait until E3 time around June. Very exciting stuff either way. Let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. Please, let's have a chat about what you think this means for exclusive content for Xbox, for first-party games, PlayStation, Switch, iOS, Android, whatever. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said at the start of the video, we have a new Twitter for Controllers and Coffee, and I would love for you to go check that out so you can really stay up to date with the podcast. Check it out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anchor.fm/controllers and coffee. It's got a new link. We're going to have a website soon as well, which is super exciting. So you can stay tuned with everything going on the podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.